Today we will discuss about the hoops concept in Java and additional features of Java. So first we will discuss about the hoops concept. So what is meant by, first I will give the introduction to the Java. So what is meant by the Java? So Java is a one type of programming language like C, C++, Python and like this. So it will support it is then platform independent. So its first name is Vogue and it is converted as Java in 1995. So it will support the object oriented programming concepts. What are the object oriented programming concepts? So class, object, inheritance, abstraction and encapsulation, these are the hoops concepts. So and what are the additional features? Additional features are the inheritance and packages. So compared to C++, these are the additional features in Java. So C++ is a purely object oriented programming and Java is a partially object oriented program. Why it is partially object oriented programming? Java does not support the multiple inheritance, that's why it is the partially object oriented programming. So next, these are the hoops concepts diagrammatically I represented here. So for polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance, class, object. So now we will discuss one by one what is polymorphism, what is inheritance, what is abstraction and what is class, what is object. What is object? So a class, first we will discuss about the class and object. A class is a user defined data type in the Java. It is a one type of blueprint. A class is nothing but a collection of methods, variables, member variables and the member functions, that is known as the class. It is one type of object oriented program, represents the real life entities. What is an object? Object is an reference to the class or instantiation of the class. So again, object has the three components. One is the behavior and second one is the entity, next third one is the performance task. So first we will discuss what behavior. What is meant by the behavior? A behavior is nothing but represented as a methods of an object. So it also reflects the response of the object to another object. Next one is the what is meant by the entity. Entity is nothing but it is an object name, whatever we are creating the object to the class, that name. So after that, third one, a method is a collection of statements. So those statements can perform an action. So that action will perform the reuse code. So this is the time saver method. That's why we are using the object oriented programming in C++ and in Java. So this is the these are the definitions for class and object. So next we will discuss about the abstraction. What is meant by the abstraction? Suppose if you are developing any one project, so you have to hide the essential components to the user. Means unnecessary data we don't want to show to the user. We have to show the only useful data to the user. So that's why we are implemented the abstraction concept. So one real time example I will give you. So if take the example is the car. So while driving the car, the driver simply press the accelerator, then the car speed will increase, but he doesn't know what is the behind that accelerator, what is the code, what is that. So that is the hidden one. We are showing only accelerator. Suppose if you press on the brake button, then car will stop, but he doesn't know how it will stopping, what is the behind code, what is the logic behind the brake. So this is the main advantage, the abstraction means we are hiding the data, we are displaying the only essential data to the user. We are hiding the unnecessary data to the user. So that is the abstraction. Already I gave the one real time example to you. So next concept is this is the example. So if you want to write implement the abstract, so if you want to implement the abstract class, there is a keyword. That keyword name is the abstract. So using abstract keyword, you can declare the abstract class. Here my class name is the animal. Next, abstract wide sound. So here whatever you are mentioning in the abstract class, all are whatever it may be, methods or variables whatever, those all are we have to declare using the abstract keyword. So after that we are extending that into the our main program class. Our class name is here dog, and we are extending that animal class into main class, and we are printing the bark. Next one is the encapsulation. So what is meant by the encapsulation in object oriented programming? It is also one type of object oriented programming concept. It is also one type of main pillar in the object oriented programming, and we are wrapping up of the data into a single unit. We are wrapping up of the data into a single unit. What is meant by this one? So listen. So there is a number of papers or pages. So using those pages we are binding that pages into a single book or notebook. So that is the concept of the encapsulation. Like that, any variables are there, classes are there, methods are there, we can binding those things into a single unit in the object oriented. So what is the purpose of encapsulations? Then if you want to use the single pages, then one page will go away, one page go this, like all pages will go away. If you bind those all pages into a single notebook, then those will stay there one place. Like that, here also if you bind all the things into a single unit in any project, then you can easily access whenever you want. So that is the purpose of the encapsulation. So next one is the example program. Here I mentioned. So first we have to create the example. We have the one class. The class name is the employee. So in this employee class I am setting the employee ID, employee name. Using get methods I am retrieving that employee ID and the employee class, employee name and employee ID. So using setter methods we are setting the employee ID and the employee name. Using the getter methods we are getting the employee ID and the employee details. We are binding all these things into the one single unit. So this is the main program. In main program I created the one object for the employee class. That object name is the EMP. So I am passing the employee ID and the employee name, and using getters I am printing the employee ID and the employee name. So next one is the inheritance. So this is the very important concept in the object oriented program. Inheritance means it is we are acquiring the properties of already existing existing class into the new class. So whatever we are acquiring the properties from class, that class is called the super class or parent class. Whatever acquired the properties, that class is called the subclass or child class or deriving class. So inheritance supports the concept of the reusability. So what is meant by the reusability? Suppose if you wrote the one addition program, addition of two numbers, so that name is the addition. So if you want anywhere in the project or in your code, anywhere multiple times of addition of two numbers, no need to write again and again. Simply you can call the addition method, then it will works easily. Types of inheritance in Java. So many types we have. What are those things we will discuss now? Single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and the multi-level inheritance and the hybrid inheritance. We will discuss one by one. What is single inheritance? What is multi-level inheritance? What is hierarchical inheritance? What is hybrid inheritance? So next one is the single inheritance. Single inheritance means in single inheritance we have the single parent class and the single child class. Means one parent class, one child class. So according to this diagram here we are seeing the A is the parent class, B is the child class. So only one parent class, one child class. That's why it is called a single inheritance, or sometimes it is called as a simple inheritance. So next one is the multi-level inheritance. So what is meant by the multi-level inheritance? In multi-level inheritance, parent class also act as a child class, and we have the so many child classes are there and parent classes are there. That's why it is called the multi-level inheritance. In this diagram, A is a parent class and B is a parent class as well as child class to B class is the child class to A and the parent class to the C. So B acting as a both as parent class as and child class. So C is only child class, it is not a parent class. Then A is only parent class but not child class. So according to this diagram, so here we have the number of child class and the number of parent class. So like this we can create any number of parent classes and any number of child classes. That is called the multi-level inheritance. So next one is the hierarchical inheritance. So what is meant by the hierarchical inheritance? In hierarchical inheritance we have the only one parent class and so many child classes are there. So many child classes are there. So in another way we have only one base class and remaining all the derived classes. In this diagram we have the only one parent class, that is called the A, and B, C, D are the child classes. So we have the number of child classes, only one parent class, that is called the hierarchical interface. Next one is the multiple inheritance. What is meant by the multiple inheritance? In multiple inheritance only one child class is there and number of parent classes are there. So actually it is not possible to directly implement the multiple inheritance in Java. Why? Because Java does not support the multiple inheritance, but we can implement the multiple inheritance in Java using interfaces concept, or through interfaces concept we can implement the multiple inheritance in Java. So multiple inheritance means so many parent classes are there but only one child class is there. Now I have created the two classes. So class A and class B. So in class void show and in class B void display, these are the methods, and again I am creating implements those into the my main class, and I am implementing the void show method and the void display method. In void show method I gave the show, printing the show, and in void display I am printing the display. So this is the example for the multiple inheritance. So here only A and B are the parent classes and another one is the child class. Next one is the hybrid inheritance. What is meant by the hybrid inheritance? Till now we discussed the simple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, and the hierarchical inheritance. Four types of inheritance. So we can combine among those inheritance any two, either simple and multiple inheritance, or multi-level multiple inheritance, and simple and multi-level, and hierarchical and multiple. So like this you can combine any two inheritance, that is known as the hybrid inheritance. That is known as the hybrid inheritance. Next one is the polymorphism. What is meant by the polymorphism? Polymorphism is also one type of object oriented programming concept. So it is derived from the Latin. Actually polymorphism, we derived this word from the Latin language. So poly means many, morphism means forms, many forms. Many forms means, so one method can perform the many actions. How it will perform? One method can perform the many actions. I will give the simple example. So just like take one student, you are the one student now. So now you are in class, you are acting as a student. Suppose after class you are going to your home, so now you are the suppose you are driving a bike, you are the driver. If you are the, by bus you are going, then you are the passenger. Suppose after reaching your home you are acting as a family member or son to your parents. Suppose you are playing the game, then you are the player. Suppose if you are watching the TV, then you are the audience. Like this you are the only one person, but you are performing the so many actions. Like that one method can perform the so many actions in the object oriented program, that is known as the polymorphism. We can mainly using two methods, polymorphism, overloading and overriding, we can achieve the polymorphism in object oriented programming. So next one is the method overloading and method overriding. We will discuss what is meant by the method overloading here. Method overloading means method name is the same, but whatever we are passing the parameters, those are the different. So in one class we declare the one method name, so that method name is same but parameters are different. In another class the method name is same but we are passing the different parameters. So I mentioned the one example here. Say, so using method overloading we can achieve the compile time polymorphism. So method overloading also called as the compile time polymorphism, and next method overriding also called as the runtime polymorphism. So what is meant by the method overriding? Method overriding nothing but, so here method name and parameters both are same. Method overloading means method name is same but parameters are different. Here in any number of classes we can use the same class, same parameters, but according to that class compiler will divide the your method and parameters and give the results. That is the method overloading and the method overriding. So, differences also we discussed. Next one is the additional features of Java. Apart from object oriented concepts, we have the some additional features. So, using this we can achieve the one interface using in packages and the interfaces. Using interface we can achieve the multiple inheritance concept. So, using packages we will discuss what is meant by the package and what is meant by the interfaces in Java. So, package, a package is a namespace, so or one type of folder. Suppose in your desktop one folder is there, that name is your name. So, according to whatever files belongs to you, you can save all those files in that folder like that. So, whatever you are creating the file classes, the such type of class regarding one project or one whatever it may be. So, you can store all classes in one namespace. That namespace is called the package. Now, package is nothing but a collection of classes. So, what is the purpose of the packages? Using packages we can avoid the class name conflict. Suppose in different classes different name classes, there are different name classes, then no problem. So, with the same name some classes are there, then Java compiler will confuse. So, by using packages we can avoid that problem. So, by using packages in different classes, in different packages you can give the same class names. So, next one is the maintain the modular code. Suppose if you are implementing the large project, so you have to write the thousands of lines code and lakhs of lines code, then it is unable to compile and unable to debug. Then that time using packages you can break down your code into the small modules. Then it is easy to debug and compile. So, next one is the access control. Access control means, so using access controls you can give the permissions which class has to access some other persons and which class has not used the some other persons. So, we have the some access controls are there in Java. We will discuss what are those things. So, you can reuse the packages also. So, you can import the packages not only in one class, in so many classes you can import the same class, that is the reuse. So, next one is so we have the two types of packages, built-in packages and the user-defined packages. So, we will discuss what are the built-in packages and what are the user-defined packages. Built-in packages are nothing but the already existing packages. The Java compiler will provide some packages, those packages are called the built-in packages. User-defined packages means whatever you are creating your own packages, those packages are called the user-defined packages. So, these are the some user built-in packages: lang package, util package, IO package, net package, SQL, AWT and swing. So, lang package is the default package, no need to import, automatically it will import to the your call. Using import keyword you can import the packages into your class. So, utility package using utility classes or collections, date, like this methods or classes you can import to your class. Next one is the IO means input output. So, files and streams and input files, output files you can handle using this package. Next, networking classes, using .NET package you can use the networking classes. Next one is the SQL. SQL stands for the structured query language regarding the database. Using JDBC you can handle with you communicate with database using the SQL package. Next one is the AWT, abstract window toolkit. Using this you can implement the graphical user interface applications. Next one is the swing. So, using this you can implement the modern graphical user interface compared to the AWT. These are the access specifiers and packages. So, first one is the public. If you declare anyone as a public, then you can easily access the in same class, same package, subclass and other packages also, in other package also public. Next one is the protected. So, if you declare as protected, so that package you can access in the same class and same package and subclass also, but not in the other packages. Next one is the default. If you declare a package as default, you can access that package within the same class and within the same package. So, if you declare any package as private, you can access that package within only that class only, but not in the others. Next, user defined packages. Already I gave the definition for the user. Whatever you created the packages your own, those are called the user defined packages. So next one, the benefits of user defined packages means you can reuse your whatever you create the package, you can reuse it, and you can maintain easily, and you can give the access protection. Already we discussed what are the access specifiers. Access specifier means public, private, protected, and the default. You can give those things, and using user defined packages also you can avoid the name conflicts. How to create a user defined package? Using package keyword you can create the your own packages. So you can class inside the package. So you can create a package, and you can give the package name. Under package you can define the classes. After that, using import keyword you have to import those packages into the your class. After that, you have to implement that class methods in your class. That is the purpose of the user defined package. So next one is the how to compile the packages I mentioned here. So using like whatever normal programs Java C and filename.java, like this, here also we have to Java C, whatever we have to give the folder name either in C colon or D colon, like that. After that, you can give the package name. Next, how to use the user defined package means already I said whatever you created the package, you have to import that package into your class using the import. So after that, you have to implement the methods in your class. So I mentioned the one simple example program here. So you can read that example program and you will understand easily. So next one, so compile the program. So java c test.java and output. So next one is the interface. So what is the purpose of the interface? Already in starting we discussed interface is nothing but collection of constant variables and the classes and the method declarations and the constant variables we can declare in interface. So using interface we can implement the multiple inheritance concept in the Java. So see here, some similarities are there in the between class and the interface. So like class we can give the .java extension to the interface file also. So we can the number of methods the interface contains, and we can create the references, implement the class type object using the interfaces. Next one is the why we need the interface, why we are using the interfaces. So why we need the implement means to achieve the abstract, to achieve the multiple inheritance and loose coupling in Java. For this purpose we can use the interface, abstract concept, multiple inheritance concept, and the loose coupling concept we can achieve using the interface in Java. So differences between the interface and classes we will discuss. So what are the difference between one normal class and the one interface? So see here, interfaces does not have any constructors. So in classes we can create the constructor. In inheritance it is not possible. So all methods in the interfaces are abstract, but classes we cannot implement the abstract. So you can implement staff, but not all methods in the class. All data members must be static final in the interface, but we can implement the normal variables, and public private variables in the class. Next one is an interface cannot be extended by classes, only another interface can extend it. So we can extend the one class to another class in normal classes, but we cannot extend the interfaces into the classes. So we can extend the one interface to another interface, we cannot extend by classes interface. These are the differences between the interface and the class. So next one is the defining an interface. How we can define, like package, we are defining the package state keyword. Here also using interface keyword we can define the interface. So interface, interface name, under that what are the constant variables and abstract final methods you have to give. So this is the syntax I gave here. So next one is this is the example program for the interface. All are the static final. So I gave the one constant variable and pi variable, and next one the one method. So after that I gave the implementation in the main program. So next one is the types of methods and interfaces. What are the types of methods in abstract methods and default methods and the static methods? So these types of three methods you can use in the interfaces. Using abstract methods you can achieve the abstract concept whatever we discussed starting, and using default methods we have the body. Abstract methods without body we have to declare the method and we have to implement that method in the class. And default methods, in default methods you can implement the body of the method. Next one is the static method. It is belong to the interface, not to the implementing the class. So next one is the private methods. These methods can implement within the only one interface. This is the example program for the multiple interfaces. Multiple interfaces means more than one interface. So I created the two interfaces. One is printable and another one is scannable. So again I am implementing those using implements keyword. I am implementing the printable, scannable into the scanner. Scanner also one type of interface. Here I am totally creating the three interfaces, printable, scannable, scanner. So printable and scannable are the individual. So using implements keyword I am extending those properties into the scanner interface. Using implements keyword I am extending those interface whatever methods or classes into the scanner interface. So like this you can implement the multiple interfaces in Java. So interface extending another interface. So see, so like inheritance concept already we discussed. Using extends keyword we are extend the one class to another class. Like that here also we are extending the one interface to the another interface. This is the example program. Java supports the object oriented concepts. What are the overview? This is the overview. Object oriented concepts is the encapsulation, abstraction and the inheritance, class, object and the polymorphism. So class is nothing but a collection of member variables and the member function. Object is nothing but reference of the class or instances of the class. Using abstraction we are wrapping up of data into the single unit. Using encapsulation we are hiding the unnecessary data to the user. Using inheritance we are acquiring the already existing properties into the new class. So existing class is called the parent class and the new class is called the child class. Again in this we have the single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical, hybrid and multiple inheritance. So what is meant by the polymorphism? Polymorphism means many forms. One method can perform the so many actions like human being. One human being act as a suppose take the example me. Now I am the lecturer. While I am going to my house I am the passenger. After going to the house I am the family person. So like this I'm only one person but performing the so many actions or so many tasks. Like that one method can perform the so many actions in polymorphism in the one project. So we can achieve the polymorphism using the two methods, so method overloading and method overriding. Using method overloading, compile time polymorphism and method overriding called the runtime polymorphism. So again additional features, interface and a package. Package is nothing but collection of so many classes. So you can save the one related particular project or particular methods or particular anything in one particular package you can access. What is meant by the interface? Using interface, in interface you can store the constant variables and the abstract methods and static methods.